Hello! Hello everyone!
Everyone.
How are you
It's in
today?
the background.
Ooh. Xander, thank you so much for the follow. Vincent, Vic X, thank you for coming. So, this background, this is just my, yeah, Leah's here. This background is just, my computer background. This is, the background to my tablet. Today we're gonna be doing something... Yeah, it's just my drawing tablet. We're gonna be doing something slightly different today. Go ahead, music.
Sorry. I was going off track. I was gonna say your tablet as a background? Like is your tablet like an independent device? Like it has an operating system?
Oh, no, it's just... it acts as a, third screen on my computer. It has its own screen.
Oh, okay.
Oh, gosh. Give me just a sec. I'm trying to find my, my tablet drawing glove. But I can't find it. Oh,
you
there it is.
tablet drawing glove.
I got it. I found it. Hello! So, this stream is gonna be slightly different from our normal ones. We're not gonna be having any, redeems and stuff like that because we want this to be a learning tool that we can offer to people if they're interested. We're gonna be going over everything that we've basically... God, music.
I was gonna say this is more like of a tutorial than a standard stream.
Yes, exactly. We're gonna be, like we said, we're gonna be, showing off everything we know. And, you know, in hopes that people who want to become a VTuber can look at this and you know, just get, stuff that would help them. Okay, you have a wonderful day, Leah. Bye. This probably isn't gonna be a very long stream. God, music.
I imagine, for a lot of people, anyone that didn't shop at the very, very start, you'll want to watch the VOD for anything that was missed, but we definitely will have this up on YouTube for I'm not settling. We'll definitely have this up on YouTube to look at later with links and stuff to all the programs and content and stuff. So if you're trying to follow along and like you missed something, we can try to explain it here and while we're on the stream. But if you missed something, it will be up on YouTube for you to be able to just, like rewind and stuff.
Yeah. But hello, Zombie, and hello, Miss Jessica. Okay, so the first thing, yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Before we get started, I did wanna, as part of our Patreon, I did wanna show that I have another name tag, but this time I decided to do Shrieky stuff just because, yesterday was her birthday, and Alonzo suggested that, we may get Shrieky stuff, and I agreed, so I made it Shrieky stuff today. If you guys see her on Twitter, give her lots of love.
Apparently Kyushu is wearing my girlfriend today.
She's mine for today. You can have her back at the end of the stream.
I don't think she's in here right now, so she's missing all this content.
All this content.
Nice for her birthday.
So, we're gonna go ahead and get started. The first thing we want to tell you all is, when it comes to Vtubing, one big thing I recommend is basically you want to have fun with it. Don't expect to be making a lot of money, especially right off the bats. If you do get money, it will come slowly. Yeah, because the money, unfortunately, the money grows with your, with your audience. And when you first start off, you're probably not gonna have a very big following. Mizuki and I, when we did our debut stream, we only had about an average of 20 people attending. I think we had over 50, maybe 100 people come and go, but the average during the entire stream was 20, I believe. And that is so far our biggest stream that we've had. So that kind of gives you an idea of like... Yeah, go ahead, Mizu.
A lot of people just showed up, like, because it was the first stream, and we hyped it up and planned it for weeks and stuff. But, I think that the general thing that Kyushu was getting at is that, if you're doing it, like, for fun initially, you're gonna have a much better experience than if you're doing it as, like, an attempt to start cashing in right away or anything. Plus, like, if you're only doing the streams for money, you're not probably gonna be having as much fun with it and not be as entertaining to people and, have as much viewer retention. Yeah, sorry. I didn't have an ending to that sentence. Go ahead, Kyushu.
That's okay. Oh wait, I think Xanny, we were on Denny's stream once. Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, that was our first collab.
Yeah, it was our very first collab. Mizuki and I have been streaming for 4 months. We started on September 20th. That was our debut date. And our debut was a disaster. It had so much scuff. And it almost crashed right at the very beginning, and I was so anxious and so panicking. but we managed to get past it, and everything was pretty smooth after that. Aw, poor Jiro.
Everyone
Hi,
was nice
sweetie.
about it.
Yes, everyone was very nice. Yes, we had quite a lot of scuffs at our very first stream, but we pulled through and everyone seemed to enjoy it. And since then we've gotten quite a lot of people who say they enjoy our streams quite a bit. So I'm very, very thankful for that.
Yeah.
So the first program we want to talk about is Vtube Studio itself. This is the program that we use to show our models, show everything that we have. Yeah.
All this stuff.
Exactly. Everything you see on the screen besides the Sailor Moon and the Falugo. This is Vtube Studio. When you first load it up, you're gonna see this menu on the side. This menu basically shows you all of your options. The first one, the top one here, this is for your VTuber model. The next one is for backgrounds and items. And items include all of the stuff that we have, like the Shrinky Stas icon here. We also have a Power Ball that we use for streaming. As you can see, it's not actually my arm. It's something that I put down here next to my arm so that when we're streaming, you know, it's on the side here. We also have... Oh, go ahead, music.
I was gonna say, I think it might be better to start with, like, explaining how to get and set up a model, because, like, you jumped right into going over what all these buttons do, but, any new user isn't gonna immediately, like, be ready for those when they open it. Like, that's kind of, like, a few steps in.
Okay, yeah. So first we're gonna... Yeah, that's a good idea, Mizuki. We're gonna talk about obtaining your first model. So there are three ways I recommend you get a model. Mizuki and I, we hired an artist and a rigger. A rigger is someone who does all the movements for your character in a program called Live 2D. And all of our movements, and the drawings themselves, the models themselves were both made in Live 2D. They were pretty pricey. I'm not gonna go over the exact prices.
Well, I'd like to be more helpful than just saying pricey, but, our models were made by this guy, Kei, and they're both made by him, and our friend Lofi also got one made by him. We consider these, like, pretty high-end. I feel like these models are pretty close in quality to, like, some really professional stuff. Like, I mean, maybe not, well, yeah, I'd say more confidently than maybe, you know, not like HoloLive stuff, but I feel like these models are pretty good and pretty close to that. But yeah, these ones were very expensive. But you can get free models and cheap models, and it doesn't have to be like a many hundreds of dollars kind of thing.
Yes. We got these models customized for our OCs, our characters that we've loved and grown up with. And I recommend if you become a VTuber, you do that eventually. But I do want to let you know that you don't have to start with an expensive model. You can start with a free or cheaper model. And don't let anybody discourage you saying that just because you haven't gotten your own model, that you can't, you know, like, be as good as other people. You can still do great VTubing even with a cheaper free model.
I mean, people stream without models at all, like for decades now. And
Exactly.
I mean, I've personally seen other VTubers that, like, I don't know if it's even VTuber that you call them, because they use like a PNG with like 2 or 3 different states, and you know, like, I see them being as successful as us or more. It's definitely not just about having a good model, or we'd like be getting hundreds of viewers per stream if that was all it took.
So
Oh
as
yeah,
soon
and
as you
Jessica even
open,
said that too. You'd start out with a PNT.
so as soon as you open Vtube Studio, this model comes with the program. This model is just part of the program. It comes with the program. And you've probably seen, like, yeah, now, Jira, this is the same model that they do Nero with, and she is just part of Vtube Studio. You can, as soon as you download the program, this model comes with it. So this one is completely free to use, if that is something you want to do. Nero kind of, kind of has the market on this one. But technically she is, completely free of any kind of copyright or anything like that, so you can use her as much as you want. Just know that you will be getting
Is she like
the people comparing her to Nero. God, me too.
Is she like customizable at all, or it's like that's like you change your hair or hair colors or anything? I remember
She
you had
is
one that did that.
customizable. So she's not customizable in that sense. She just has like animations.
Oh my god, that's cute.
So
I love how she puts her hands
in
behind her
that
back.
Yeah. So it's a decent model. But like I said, you're gonna get compared to Nero a lot if you use this one. But she's not the only other one. You can. Nero's the AI, the AI VTuber that has been becoming really popular recently.
I have questions, but let's move on.
Yeah, there's a VTuber. His name is Vito, I believe, and he created an AI VTuber, and this is the model that he uses for it. But you can also get VTubers VTuber models off of the Steam's workshop. There are some games like Zomboid and Tabletop Simulator that has a workshop, and where you can download free assets. And Vtube Studio is one of those games.
I prepared the link.
Yeah.
So I linked the workshop here. We can't pin. Damn it, we can't pin 2 things. So the workshop, if you're not familiar, Steam workshops for games let you download a bunch of content for it. I know on the workshop for this one, there's several items. For example, I have this cat ears, bell, and tail. These are not part of my model. These are items I downloaded for free off the Steam workshop. I know there's free models on there too. I think I'm like 95% confident, but I might be misremembering. But yeah, there's lots of free stuff there, so that's a good thing to check out if like you're just starting or you want to look for a model.
Oh, Jessica, how long have we had our OCs? Mizuki, she answered already in chat. I've had mine, yeah, just like she said, most of my life. Ever since I was little, I've loved magical girls, and Kyushu is my magical girl persona.
if she was just her with bigger boobs.
It's true. So next is a model that I downloaded off of this, the Steam workshop for Vtube Studio.
Did you get a link for it?
And I downloaded this one because Mizuki
Oh, that's cute.
loves Catgirl Moods, so I wanted to get a Catgirl Maid for Mizuki.
I love cat
when you're
girls and I
going
love
through...
maids, and they work great together.
Yeah.
Is that literally
Exactly.
the very first item in the workshop? No, it's not. Okay.
But the
So I'm
Mizuki
trying
is
to get a
culture.
link for chat for this model for anyone that wants to download it. So I'm like looking through the workshop. Oh, there's a fucking Freeran model. I don't know how to pronounce her name. The elf girl with white hair.
Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna switch scenes real quick, just cause I'm gonna grab chat and allow chat to be seen during the stream. Just give me 2 seconds.
What's that model called?
Which one?
Items on
The one that I'm
workshop.
using now?
The one... Yeah, I want to put a link to it so other people can download it.
Okay. Yes, this model is called... Liveroid ID A/Yo02.
There are 3 different instances of her with different hairstyles, but I found the one. Okay, so... Yes, Alonzo, for... that's a... Hold on. No, go ahead. I'm typing now.
Okay. So when you're sorting through the workshop, you can sort between models that you're allowed to use freely and models that you have to ask permission for. This model was used freely. So by their own rules, so if you hit download model and hit select, and you can choose to filter. And I chose to filter for not requiring credits. So if you filter by not requiring credit, this will give you only results for models that you do not have to credit the artist for. And that basically means that you can use it freely however you want. I'm sure there might be,
Like,
you know,
credited.
there may be... Go ahead, Mizu.
Like, crediting the artist is a pretty low barrier to use whatever model you want. If you don't even need permission, if it's like,
Exactly.
just you gotta say model made by whoever.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
you
that model
can
is
use the
adorable.
other models. It's just again they want you to at least give them credit to use it. So this one is a no credit requirement. So I use this one freely because that's how they posted on the workshop. And yeah, that's how you get on the red screw here. The screw brings you at the settings, but next to the screw, and we'll go over the sides in a moment. But next to the screw is the Steam Workshop button, and this is how you find some of the free models that are available. And some of them are pretty high quality. A lot of them are really low quality, but I mean, if you want a free model, there are options out there for you. And you can also
Is it
Google.
possible
there
for you to make it
websites.
so we can see your mouse?
Is it? Yes, I can do that.
Okay. Yeah, that make it easier to see like where you're clicking and stuff for people.
Yeah. Okay, so
See,
you should
you don't
see my
necessarily
cursor
need the
on my
Steam Workshop. I don't see it yet. I'm waiting for the stream to catch up. Okay, I don't see a cursor, but not a big deal if you can't fix it.
Yeah, it's
Or
not
can't
capture mode.
change it, but yeah, there it is. I see a cursor.
Yeah.
It's like behind our models,
so
though. I think.
this red's. Yeah, I can't. But I did the capture cursor, but it's not working. Well, that's okay. So yeah,
Oh,
this
it is,
red
like, I see your
screw
mouse now. You're
is.
good.
Okay, Zero, take your time. So that's how you can get a couple of free models. There are also websites that have a lot of free models. I don't know them off the top of my head, but if you type in, oh gosh, what was it? I typed in, magical girl model free, and I got a website that just had nothing but, hold on, give me just a moment, I'm sorry. I gotta find this website, I don't wanna just have you navigating Google randomly.
Hey,
I know where to find it. God music?
I think you should
That's the name of the website.
do a walkthrough of how to. What is it?
Okay, so there's a website called Shipeshow. Shipeshow. I'm gonna post
You need to type it.
the link in the chat. Yes, absolutely. And this is where I had Alonzo go and find me some models. So this is called Shipeshow Booth, and it has just a category of models that you can sort based on price. And there was free models, there's also, very expensive ones. But if you go onto that website, you can sort all of the models based on your price range that you're interested in.
I think you should walk through the actual importing the model step. So like, say they went and picked this Catgirl model, what are the steps to actually like activate it? Because I know it doesn't like initially load a model or something.
Yeah. So we're gonna type in the model name.
So this is after you click the spinning Steam icon, right?
Correct. Liveroid ID. So yeah, we're gonna click on the red,
Okay.
we're gonna click on the red, Steam icon next to the red screwdriver, or the red gear. We're gonna click on download model. And we're gonna go down here to select. We're gonna type in, typically you'll just sort by, just whatever you wanna search, but if you know the exact thing you're looking for, so like I'm gonna type in Liveroid ID, I'm gonna hit search. Oh no. Oh no. I must try. Catgirl Maid.
There. So just typing a roid.
this one's credit required. This one is not credit required. Okay, so we're gonna click on this one. And then just as soon as you hit OK, it's going to add this model to your Live 2D. Are you sure we want to download this? Yes. So now we're gonna download this mystery model and hopefully she is safe to use. So now we're gonna go to our
this is just how you do it
screen.
in Vtube Studio. This is how you download it, but if you go to the workshop, you can also just click the subscribe button on whatever model you want to use, and I believe it will add it to the same list here that Kyushu has pulled up right now.
Yes, that's correct. If you hit the subscribe button, it will add it to your Live 2D folder.
So it's pretty easy to actually add the models themselves. There's no like weird importing process or anything. Okay, this model's
I
definitely
think
not as
it's
good
pretty
as the one you had a
easy
minute ago.
Yeah. I think it's pretty easy, Alonso. Just because most browsers have an auto translate now. So if you don't know how to read those languages, I think it will still auto translate it for you. At least it was in English when I went
translate to
so
English.
it should be fine. Yes. So it
That
should be pretty
website you
easy.
think's Japanese?
It is Japanese, yes. But you can
Oh my
still
God.
download from it even if you don't.
Okay.
So that's option 2. So those are 2 of the 3 options for getting a model. The third one that I also recommend is going to Etsy. Just a sec. This model is driving me crazy.
Yeah, but you put
So
the Catgirl Maid
if you go
back.
into
Oh,
if
there's
you
a
go
mimic
to
here.
Etsy, they also have a lot of really cute and really high quality models that are very inexpensive. This model that I'm wearing now, I purchased off Etsy for $25. And she's pretty high quality in my opinion. I've also seen models that were only $17.
Yes, that's pretty cheap for that quality, I think, for sure.
Yeah, I
So,
think
like,
this is a
you're
pretty
not,
high quality model. Good.
just saying you're not getting like a custom, OC model if you do it this way, but it's, that's a pretty low barrier to entry there if, there being free models and ones that are available for like half the price of a video game.
Yeah, and I think if you use a model like this, you can go pretty far just with using this, because she's very expressive. She has a lot of fun expressions. And she's very inexpensive. And there was a lot of them. There isn't just this one, but there's quite a few models that were on the webs on Etsy. I also like to go to Etsy for items. They have a lot of really high quality items. For example, I bought Mizuki's cage off of Etsy. If you want to show them your
Oh,
cage.
shoot. And then we also have this one, but you made this one?
Yes. the cage, that's right. The cage was one of the models that I purchased, or one of the items that I purchased. I also purchased, a lot of them. I purchased the phoenix that I gifted Mizuki on the debut off of Etsy. I also purchased a lot of our background elements. You can see in our background we have several... You can see we have several items throughout the background, like the potion, and we also have like lamps and stuff in the background. We purchased all those things from Etsy just because they were high quality and they were marked as like Vtuber items that we wanted to use on our stream, just like. And most importantly, they also have a lot of backgrounds, and they have backgrounds that range from anywhere from like a bundle for like only $8 to like just one background for only $2. There's a lot of really decent that you can buy off for not. This one here, I only spent $3 to purchase this cyber background. As you can see, all the like glowing stuff, the music box and the glowing lamp and the phoenix, I bought all those off at Etsy as well. No, I did.
Yeah, I kind of thought the potion was homemade too.
Myself. No, I purchased the potion off of Etsy. The only thing I suggest when you're using Etsy is apparently if you give them anything less than 5 stars, it hurts the store really bad. So I just say if you want to purchase off Etsy, as like a what is it called?
Professional courtesy
etiquette rule. Yeah, exactly. Professional courtesy etiquette rule. Give them 5 stars when you rate them. Unless they do something bad. One life hack.
Yeah, I think that's just like
Etsy that I
standard
recommend.
Etsy stuff.
Yeah. One life hack that I've learned off Etsy is if you put an item in your cart and then just leave it there for a couple days, oftentimes the seller will send you a coupon for the items that are in your cart for like 10% off, sometimes even 20% off. And so I recommend, like, if you want to try and make it slightly cheaper, just put it in your cart and then just like wait a weekend, and you might have a coupon in your cart to reduce the price of the items in your cart. Just a life hack that I've learned from using the website.
So, I want to point out, it does get a little confusing once you get into the settings on Vtube Studio. I personally just like poked around in it for a while and like slid the sliders around to see what they do and flip the switches to see what they do. I think it would be good to open up and show the expressions thing, because models will have built-in expression things, I imagine, like how you had her face go dark. And I think that's like a good starting point for messing with the model. So you go into settings, that's the gear icon. And then you can't see it because it's behind the follower goal thing, but there's 4 icons at the top. So you go settings, and then the far right icon, this is where you're gonna edit your expressions, is what they're called. So like my visor, turning it on and off, that's an expression. Making my eyes look down like this, no matter where I'm looking, that's an expression. Moving your character can be an expression. Basically, you're setting up hotkeys to or macros to do specific movements and change specific things about your character. So it's a good place to initially look through if you just downloaded a model off the internet.
Yes, I and Mizuki is way better at editing her model than I am. I often come to Mizuki for help when I'm editing my model. Because she's so much better at doing the minor adjustments. Like, just recently, I needed to look left and right without my model moving her body, and Mizuki figured it out right away, and I felt embarrassed because I had spent like a half hour trying to figure it out. One thing I will suggest is you always keep a backup of your base model. Because every setting you change is permanent, there is no back button. So if you screw everything up and you don't remember what the original settings were, you won't be able to go back, so I always recommend you have a backup copy of your base model, so that if you mess up anything, you can at least, start from scratch as an option. So we're gonna go into Express Editor, and we're gonna create a new expression. And these
So that was the
are
gear
all the
icon,
expression.
and then the
Yes.
was the gear icon, and then the fourth icon on the top that comes up, and then you click Expression Editor. So that's how we got to where we are. Gear, and then the whatever the fuck that's called for movies, and then Expression Editor.
And then we're gonna click Create New Expression. And then it'll show all the sliders for every piece of your model. So a lot of these you're probably not gonna know right away.
These will be different.
Just because... Yeah, exactly. Go ahead, Mizu.
Yeah. It'll be different for each model, and a lot of them won't necessarily be conveniently named, but you won't break anything in the expression editor by messing with this, because you're not changing your character right here, you're just creating an expression that can be toggled on and off. So there's no harm in just going through and messing with each slider to figure out what they do.
Yeah, if you don't want to make these changes, all you have to do is hit cancel, and that expression will be gone, and you haven't messed with your model at all.
Even if you
But
save
say,
it,
like,
it
we
won't
wanna
mess with
make
your
it-
model, because you're not editing the base. You're just creating an expression. It's not changing anything about your actual character model.
Okay, so we're gonna make a star eye expression. So now that we have the star eyes, I'm gonna go up here and I'm gonna name it. I'm gonna name it Star Eyes. And then we're going to... it should be able to save. Oh, maybe I have Star Eyes already. Okay, we're gonna name it Star Eyes, or we're gonna hit save. So now we have Star Eyes down here. Obviously there's already one, but that's okay. We're just gonna make it from scratch. So next, we're gonna hit the plus
So now
down
that
here.
you've
Go ahead, Mason.
now that you've created an expression, or if you want to use one of the other functions of the hotkeys, you're gonna click the plus, and then this is where you set up the hotkey to do the expression you just set up.
So for this particular one, we're gonna hit play, set expression. But you can do this for a lot of things. Like, you could see this move model. Just like Mizuki showed earlier, you can bounce around the screen based on, like, where you need to be. For example, we have a gaming position and a a position for specifically when we're in the backgrounds that you see behind me.
Yep, these are all
And
hotkeys we're moving around with. I'm not, like, manually moving them.
I've been moving myself manually the whole time, but Mizuki has been. Just as you saw there, she's using hotkeys to set specific positions based on what we want to do. So like she has a cage / jar position, the gamey position, the main background position, etc.
Mm.
And there's a whole bunch of other stuff. And we'll go over that in just a moment. But now we're gonna
In the jump scare position.
Set our start eyes, and we're gonna hit record, and we're just gonna press the button that we want to be our expression. And now, anytime that I press that specific button, it changes the expression or moves the model depending on whatever you put as the hotkey.
So I think the main two things when you're setting a hotkey, so Sumi might have seen when she clicked hotkey action that like a whole list comes up. Now, she chose the set unset expression option, and that's of course how you turn on and off your expression. And she showed there's also a move model button on there. Personally, I have found those are the only two I really use. You can do play animation, but that got too complex for me to figure out, so I would say the main two you need to know are set unset expression and move model. But I guess change idle animation can be useful too, but you're only gonna need to set up one thing for that.
Yeah, Vtube Studio has these things called, what are they called? Oh,
I have no idea.
Lighting. Oh,
I don't know anything about that.
I haven't. I haven't used them either. I believe they're called, I'm just gonna call them lighting for now, because you can change the colors of your model. You can also change the background of your setting to be like really dark and moody, and you can make certain parts of your model glow. These are all features that you've probably seen other VTubers use. For example, I know Shy Lily likes to use the glow effect, where she makes very specific parts of her body bright, where she changes the rest of her body really dark. And that's all stuff you can do.
Never came up. I didn't know that was even a thing.
Yeah, I actually learned this probably like 2, maybe like 3 weeks ago. Very new. I haven't messed with it at all, but that's because I've been very busy. But so I haven't really messed with these features myself, but they do exist, and there's a lot. Here it is, visual effects. That's what I was looking for. And you can set the visual effects as you can set the visual effects as hotkeys as well. So if you wanted to have these visual effects, you can do that with the hotkeys as well. And these are another one I recommend fiddling with if you find them interesting. This one's my favorite.
I need to correct something I said a minute ago. When we were talking about the set unset scene and move model, and I said those are the only important ones, I forgot the toggle item scene one is also one you're probably gonna use. That is how how you load items in that you downloaded from the Steam Workshop or that came with Vtube Studio itself. Um, so like, these are hotkeyed to load these item scenes. Even like the jar and the cage, those are all. Where's my button? Those are all item scenes. So we'll go over how to set up item scenes, but I wanted to correct myself there. Okay, well, I have to mess
So
with
as you
this
can
now.
see,
I did not know I could change my colors. Holy shit.
So yeah, if I wanted, the way this works is you highlight whatever you want with your mouse. As you can see, wherever my mouse touches, it highlights it red. And then you click there, and it'll show all layers of items that are in that section. And then, if it's the layer you want, you can turn it on and off. Once you turn it on, you can then change its color to be whatever you need it to be. So as you can see, I just made the shadow under her neck bright red. And yeah, that is also something you can change with the hotkey. So if Mizuki wanted, she can make her hair bright red as a hotkey. And those are just examples. And yeah, like Mizuki said, you can also toggle on and off the items. And yeah, we're gonna show you how to do items now.
I don't know if this is showing on stream, but I figured it out. I don't think it's showing on stream, but I'm changing my colors like a rainbow right now.
Yeah, I think some of those options don't appear on collab until you finalize them. Because I was trying to do the visual effects that wasn't working on the collab. But items are located where the background is located. With the star. So with the star, you can then hit any items you like. Like let's say I want to give my little girl a boba tea. We're gonna set the priority. Anything below 1 will be where your model is. Think of it as like layers on Photoshop. There's a layer priority. Everything that's higher up is further in on the priority, so like they overlap each other. So now I can sit here with my boba tea. And if that was something I wanted to do on the stream,
items,
I could just...
the items can attach to your character, or they can be static. You can see here, since she dragged the boba tea over herself, it now like moves with her. Same as like what we have here with my tail and ears and stuff. Like you can see how they like tilt and move with me. But if you load in an item that, let me pick one. If you load in an item and it's not attached to a character, I don't know if you guys can see this on stream, but the item will just stay there statically instead of moving around. I chose an animated item, so it was a poor choice, but...
I saw it.
Yeah, I don't think any of my visual effects show up. That's okay.
They'll show up once you finalize them and save them as a hotkey.
I did?
And it...
I see. Okay. Anyway,
and if you double click on an item, it'll be stuck in place for all eternity, or until you hit this lock feature that's right here. Once you click that lock, it'll unlock your item. Then you can just throw it away in the trash over here if you don't want it anymore. Did any of you have any questions up to this point?
imagine some of
Okay.
it's confusing, but I hope the parts we've covered have been straightforward enough that they can be followed if you rewind the video and look. um,
Yeah. Just to recap, this
so why
top
don't
one
you
with the
show them
red.
how? Oh, sorry.
This one is for models. This one is for backgrounds and items. And this one is to create item profiles. And I'll show you item profiles in just a sec. This is to unlock items. This is for the site. And then this bottom one is for collabs to do which is what we're doing with that. Having both of us on the screen at the same time. Okay, go ahead, Mizuki.
I was gonna suggest that you show adding items and saving it as an item scene, because while it's easy to just drag and drop an item on, you're gonna probably want to be able to toggle it with a hotkey, and you're gonna want it to have like a sort of saved position, because otherwise, like, it's really clunky and you just dragging stuff around trying to match it up when, like, okay, so like with my cat stuff here, like, this is 3 different items, and it's significantly easier to just push a hotkey than it would be for me to like manually load these one at a time and drag them to my character and then lock them. So that you will need to save your items as a scene first. So the star is how you load the items in. So she's gonna pick an item here and load it in, and then we'll pretend that's all she wants is that one item. And then once you're happy with the items and where they're at and stuff, then you would next go to the 3 stars icon, and of course that there's no way you would assume that 3 stars means item group, but I'll let you talk because I'm watching the stream that's like 20 seconds behind. So you take this part from here.
Okay, yeah. So like she said, the 3 stars is the item group. And these are all the item groups I currently have for Kyushu. We're gonna go ahead and create a new one. We're gonna call this, Small Girl Rich House. So we're gonna name it Small Girl Witch Cat, and we're gonna name the item group the same thing. Small Girl Wix House. And then once I hit save, we are then able to take the item group that I just made. Once again, we're gonna hit the gear icon. We're gonna go to the play button. We're gonna make a new hotkey. We're gonna go ahead and pick down here at the bottom, toggle item scene. And this is gonna allow us to pick one of our item groups. But now we're gonna do Small Girl Rich Cat. And we're gonna set that to a hotkey. And once you set that to a hotkey, you can then toggle it on and off with just a button. And now, anytime I press that button, those items are gonna automatically appear on my model. And as you can see, the hack doesn't work really well for this particular model, but you can adjust it to work for all your needs. I just did a quick hack placement. Just to give an example.
You can scale and rotate
What-
the items as well. Like she could make that hat twice as big, and it would cover her like pigtail things, for example. Or like if she just wanted a huge witch hat. Like the bell on my neck was a lot smaller than this, and I scaled it up.
Yes. So these are... You can also rotate it just by holding the control button, and that'll allow you to rotate items while you scroll with your mouse wheel.
And then double clicking the item will lock it so that you don't accidentally move it. Before we figured out to lock our stuff, I would frequently like try to move my model, and I would just like rip my tail off on accident. And then I had to like awkwardly try and reposition it. So you're gonna want to have your items locked when you save the item scene, ideally. And then every time you load it in, they will still be locked.
Yeah, however you save the item scene, that's how your items are gonna be when you toggle them. So if you ever make changes to your item scene, just remember to if you haven't changed your items, just make sure to change your item scene as well.
So, with what we've covered so far, you should be able to do the following. Download Vtube Studio, find a model for yourself, go through all the built-in expressions they have, like an angry face or hearts in their eyes or something. You should be able to download items from the Steam Workshop, and you should be able to create and toggle item scenes. I think we covered, you should be able to also hotkey setting your position. If we didn't fully cover that, basically when you're setting up a hotkey, you're gonna click the move model instead of set expression or load item scene, and then there will be a button like right under it that records your position. So you'll get in position, you'll hit the record position, and then that'll be set up to that hotkey.
Yeah, and now whenever I hit the H key on my mouse or on my keyboard, it'll automatically move my model to wherever I had recorded it, and that'll like we said before, we have several hotkeys based on like our needs with the backgrounds and such, as we have different positions based on whichever background we're using.
I think next it would be good to cover setting up the camera tracking aspect of it, because when you first boot it up like this, your character's not gonna like move or do anything with you, they're just gonna kind of idle there. So there's two different ways you can do this, depending on if you have an iPhone or an Android. I have an Android and Kyushu has an iPhone, so she can explain the iPhone part. It's much easier if you have an iPhone, but it's still free to do with Android. There's just a program you have to download. But I'll let Kisha explain the iPhone way to set it up now.
So to do iPhone, all you have to do is take hello, King Crimson. You just have to take an iPhone charge cable, plug it into your computer, and plug into your phone to where it would sync if you were to open iTunes. You don't have to actually sync it to iTunes, but just make sure that it's got the allow permissions set up. Just like how you would when you sync to iTunes. Once you get to that point, you go to the red gear here. And you're gonna go to the first red gear, which is what always defaults. You're gonna come down to this USB setting. And if it's green, that means you are currently... it's currently recording your face as if you're... as if it's a camera, like it's a web camera. If it's yellow, that means, you need to press this little toggle to connect USB. That just means that it detects that there's an iPhone connected to your computer, but it doesn't know that it wants that specific iPhone. Because I guess maybe there might be more iPhone availability. And then if it's red, that just means it doesn't detect an iPhone at all. And so, as you can see, mine's green. It detects my phone. You will have to download Vtube Studio on your phone. And you will have to purchase a one-time purchase of purchasing the premium of it. Otherwise, it will have a logo at the bottom corner. Okay, Vs. Reset, you have a fantastic day. Thank you.
Damn, there's a surcharge
Um,
for using an iPhone. The program I used is
Yeah,
free.
there's a, they want you to download it's a one-time purchase of buying the premium of Vtube Studio. If you don't do that, there will be a small watermark down at the bottom of your screen. So I just recommend purchasing it. I believe it's less than $10, at least it was when we did the purchase. And I guess that's just how VTuber Studio makes its money, which, it's still pretty generous, I feel, because it's only a one-time purchase of only $10. You get all the features of the program except for collabs. That'll be a separate second purchase, which I believe is $12. But if you're just streaming by yourself, then it would only be just the one-time purchase for $10. And then once you do that, you just connect your phone with your charge cable and click this little blue icon here and make sure VTube Studio is on your phone, and then it'll just work. And it's pretty easy to set up. Yeah, I
I know
definitely recommend it, Crimson.
you got here late, King Crimson, but we will have this video up later on YouTube if you're wanting to watch the earlier parts where we covered basically all the stuff for setting up Vtube Studio, getting a model and all that. So if you are interested in that part, it'll be on YouTube later tonight on our channel.
Yeah. So Mizuki, how do you do it on Android?
Alright, so are you equipped to pull up a browser thing right now or no? I guess it's not super
Yes.
necessary, but so I'm gonna link in chat here a link, and I'm gonna pin it. So this is the Droid Cam app. It's free. You do not download Vtube Studio on your Android phone. You need this Droid Cam app on your computer. It's free, and then there is a Droid Cam app for your phone itself, and I'm gonna link that. So let me put both of these links together and pin them. King Crimson, you probably missed this part, but there are several pretty good free or cheap models. The one Kyushu is using right now was like $25, and there's this really cute Catgirl Maid one that was free and like came built in with Vtube Studio. So if the worry is that models are expensive, there are definitely like free and cheap options that are high quality. I mean, not all of them are high quality, but there's some that it's definitely like, this is good enough. Yeah, like see, this is a free model she has here.
Yeah.
Built in, I think, even. I don't know what you downloaded this one from the Steam Workshop, but it was free.
Yeah, this is the Steam
Alright,
Workshop,
so,
and then the Neroid. Good.
So let me move out of the way. So she's pulled up the Droid Cam website thing here that I put a link to. This is where you would download it for your Windows computer. If you have a Mac, God bless you. God help you. I don't know what to do. I don't know if it works on that. So you download this, you download the app on your phone, and you're gonna... Oh, well, that's fine too, King Crimson. Plenty of people do regular streams without models too. So once you have this downloaded on your phone and on your computer, my mouse not opening. You're gonna connect your phone to the computer. You open the app on your phone, and then you open it on your computer. There'll be like it's just a little like applet window thing, and it's gonna like ask you to pick your phone. You'll hit a little refresh button. It'll find your phone. You connect, and then on your screen, you're gonna get a little window that shows your face, that you're looking at the screen. Then, okay, so you have the camera set up now. Now in Vtube Studio, if you could try to follow along here, Kyushu, because I can't control the screen, but you're gonna go to the gear icon, and then you're gonna go at the top of the screen, there's a picture of a camera. You're gonna click on that. So Kyushu, for the iPhone, it was the gear and then the second gear, but for Android, it's the gear and then the camera thing there. On the right, there'll be a. Sorry, the stream's behind. On the right at the top, there'll be a webcam tracking button, and you're gonna click that and then choose the Droid Cam source. Once you do that, your model should start working. You'll see a face rig thing. It looks hideous. In a little window that shows what it's tracking with your face. But yeah, that should get you set up for using an Android phone, and then every time in the future, you'll just connect your phone, run the program, and it'll automatically be tracking you.
Hi,
I
General
don't know
Techno.
techno about automating it. I don't know about automating it. I have only ever had one camera, and I think Kyushu has two. I assume you can manually switch them here between them on choose camera, but that's beyond my knowledge as far as automating it.
There may be a hotkey option when you're setting up your hotkeys, but I don't know. Calibrate
yeah, let me
camera
look, actually.
possibly.
I'm gonna look. No, calibrate cameras, that's not gonna do what you want there.
Okay.
I don't see anything off the bat here that would let you do that. You probably have to look into that on Google or YouTube or something, unfortunately. Light box. What's a light box? Oh, is that one of those bright lights that you put behind your computer and it glares in your face and anyway, if anyone didn't understand my poor explanation, feel free to say so in chat. I hope it was clear enough, but without being able to directly show you what I'm doing, it I can see confusion happening there. But otherwise, that should get you set up with all the basic stuff for Vtube Studio, I think.
Oh, okay, I've
Oh,
seen
that's
light
cool,
boxes
Techno.
before.
Yeah, my brain went the wrong way with that.
Oh,
So
that's
if
awesome.
that's everything for Vtube Studio, I think the next thing is to show OBS.
Yeah.
Or
So now
are
we're
we not
gonna
covering OBS?
move
I
to
assume we're covering
OBS?
OBS.
Yes.
This is gonna mostly be
this is
you
gonna be
handling it,
OBS.
because I do not know this very well. Let me get a link. I'll put a link in chat here for OBS. This, I believe, is also a
And
free
there
program.
are other. Yes. There are several different versions of this. OBS is the most popular, but you can also do this with Steam Elements and Streamlabs. Both are really good resources to collect widgets and other things that we use pretty regularly on our streams. For example, our follow icon that you saw earlier that was covering up a lot of the stuff annoyingly in the top corner here. That is a widget from Streamlabs, for example. And also our chat is also a widget from Streamlabs. So basically what we're gonna be showing you is how to set up your Vtube Studio with your OBS. And it's pretty simple. This here is our Vtuber models. The playing camera remote control
Oh,
options
I should just
like Steam Decks.
We should get our characters like way out of the way. I'm covering like half of the screen.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I currently use 3 keyboards for my streaming. I have a small one-handed program called the Razer Synapses. This is my keyboard that I use for all of the hotkeys. This is a program that I have to install separately from my computer. But once you get this set up, you can create hotkeys, and I will show you how to create hotkeys in OBS. So yes, General Techno, we are going to be covering that in our tutorial. First we're going to show you how to actually put your VTuber model on the OBS. So first you're going to go to Vtube Studio itself, and you're going to go to your background. And you're going to want to go down to Color Picker, right here. And you're going to hit Select. Now it doesn't matter what color you choose. I always keep my color at a dark purple just because it's really easy on the eyes. Just so I don't have to look at a very bright green screen all the time. Like, this was what I used to look at, and it just hurt my eyes a lot. But I've since moved down to like a dark shade of purple. Just make sure that this right here is clicked to blue. Otherwise, you're just gonna see the background that you have selected. So we're gonna hit the transparency in capture. And we're gonna hit OK. Now, when you go to your OBS, we're going to go down here to plus, and we're going to click on we're gonna click on a game capture because VTuber Studio is a Steam game, so it's technically inserted again. You're going to name it whatever you like. For I just used Vtuber, as you can see, right here. And then we're gonna hit OK. And we're gonna select the game. We're gonna choose specific window. And then you're just gonna choose Vtuber Studio. We're gonna go down here and we're gonna click Allow Transparency. And we're also gonna hit, if it's available, you're gonna always wanna click, the thing that says, on the load when not visible. So you'll see it on another thing that we're using, but this particular one doesn't have it. But if the option appears, always click that, because it'll save room on your computer. Save like RAM and CPU usage. And then we're gonna hit OK. And then that's gonna create the VTuber screen on your computer. You can't see right now, but that's because I already have it on there. So I'm just gonna delete this one. But that is the same as this one right here that I've marked in blue. And once you have it, you're going to see that it's unlocked. You're gonna see this red outline. And you can just shape it to whatever you like. If you hold down Control and Alt, you can change the sizes of it without adjusting the actual dimensions of the source itself. But we're gonna just set ours to be the entire full window. For things like the the follow menu that we have. We have those as set as a specific source. A specific size and such. Oh god, this is the wrong one. We're gonna go to main elements. And as you can see with the follow goal, if I unlock the follow goal, you can see that it's very small compared to the VTuber. And this follow goal is a widget from the website Stream Elements. Like I said, Stream Elements has a lot of really good resources that you can use. And I'll show you how to do that as well. But just for this example, as you can see, we have the VTubers on as the full screen. And we're gonna do that for all of our sources here. So for example, let's say we want to add a video game to the source. There's a new plugin recommended for OBS called Spout 2. Capture the Vtube Studio. You need to install it on OBS. Okay, I did not know that. That's good information. Thank you, Gerald Techmo. Oh, Capture also works in OBS. Okay.
That's interesting. It won't show the buttons in OBS if you do it that way.
That's really cool. I like that. But that would make it a lot handier to make small adjustments to your model on the fly. So now I'm gonna go through the steps on setting up a game. So first I'm gonna open a video game on my computer. We're gonna open up a pretty small game. We're gonna open up Lethal Company. So right now, you can't see it, but right now I'm opening Lethal Company on my computer. And once it fully comes online, I will put it on the screen here so you guys can watch step by step of how I add it to the screen so that you guys can play the game over stream. And it's very similar to the Vtube Studio. So you're gonna hit plus, and you're gonna hit game caption. You're gonna name it whatever you like. I always name mine PC game. Sounds with every game. So, because Mizuki and I are variety streamers, I have to change the game source every time I play a different game. For example, one day we'll play Minecraft, and then the next day we'll play Smash Brothers. So, with this example, we're gonna have to change it every single time we have a new game. So that's why I have it set to change with every game. Just to give myself a reminder that I'll have to change this before the stream stuff. And then, once again, we're gonna capture a specific window. We're gonna scroll down to the Lethal Company. You can see right there. Put a click. And once again, make sure that there is if it is available, make sure to hit the unload when not online. And then you can hit OK. And now we're gonna drag it below our VTuber model. So now I'm also gonna walk below our computer screen. So here is VTuber. This is the our models. This is the computer screen. And then this is the PC game, which is currently Lethal Cup. Now when I turn off the computer screen, now you can see Lethal Company in the background. And that's part one. There is a second part. And once again, you're also gonna have to do this every single time we change games. We're gonna hit plus. We're gonna go to audio capture specific application audio capture. I'm gonna name it PC game. Oh, you guys can't see this. Hold on, let me fix that. We got application audio capture beta at the very top. And we're going to type in computer game or PC game. Changed boop every foot. Once again, you're gonna have to change this every single time you add a new game. And then once again, we're gonna choose a specific widget. And we're gonna choose Lethal Company. And hit OK. And now, you guys will be able to hear the game that we are playing. Oh wow, thank you, General, Techno. That is really helpful to know. Mizuki and I haven't messed around a lot with, OBS plugins, but I have heard really good things about many of them. The only, OBS plugin we have is the plugin for BikuBot, which is just an automatic bot that serves a lot of our functions. We named her Alice. And she does a lot of our notifications of alerts and stuff. So now, with the game and the audio, they're always gonna appear at the very top. Oh yeah, so BikuBot is... Here, I'll show you right now. So this is BikuBot. I'm gonna open her up. And once you open Alice up, she looks like this. This is the bot that we use to automate all of our commands and our point redemptions and all of our notifications that tell us to remind everyone to subscribe to our Twitter and such. You can find her... The best way to find her is to go to their Discord page. You do have to subscribe to BikuBot's, Patreon in order to get the download link. It is, $5 a month. I believe it's about somewhere around $5. But she does a lot of the automated stuff for our server, and we also use her as a, text-to-speech as well. I could show you. This is Alice right here. She's our little robot that handles all of our stuff on our channel.
Oh, we sent doing their Discord earlier. I didn't catch that.
Hi everyone, nice to meet you. Hi everyone, nice to meet you.
So as you can see, just by using the program BikuBot, I'm able to turn my little character here into a text-to-speech that people can redeem. And that's just one of the features that BikuBot offers. Mostly we use her as our point redemptions. Like, these are all the point redemptions we have for our channel. I have them currently turned off because we don't really want them to be interrupting the tutorial here. But yeah, she's a really great add-on that I recommend, and it's the only OBS plugin that we currently use. But yeah, those are the two biggest things that you would have to use OBS for, is setting up your Vtuber model and setting up your video game. And for a lot of people, that's all they have to do. We have noticeably more than that, but that's because that's our artistic choice, obviously. You will also need to capture your audio inputs if you mute your computer, which Mizuki and I both do. We mute our computer so that we can have a start screen that you can't hear us while the start screen is ready, so that Mizuki and I can just discuss like what we want to do. Like if we're taking a break, we want to make sure that we can like ask each other like what we want to do and certain things like without chat hearing us. So the start screen and the be right back and the end screen, those are all muted to where we can't be heard during those screens. And that's kind of important to us because we want to make sure like we just touch base with each other, but we don't want that to like interrupt like the stream and stuff, if that makes sense. So if you have it muted, if you have yourself
start
muted,
screen,
keep going,
having
music.
a start screen where we can like have the stream running without having it ready yet. Like we do a little countdown thing before we start, so having our voices not translate onto that screen works, and of course for like be right back screens as well.
So yeah, to mute yourself, you go to settings. Here, I'm gonna put everything on screen here. But here's the screen. We're gonna go to settings. And we're gonna go to audio. And we're going to find... I believe that's really far down. Okay, so yeah. We have disabled all of these here. These are basically the global audio devices that capture for your computer. If these are enabled, anything that's playing on your computer will be heard on all scenes. And right now, we don't want that. We want certain scenes like our Be Right Back scene and our end stream scene to where we can't be heard. So if you do that, that's fine. Just remember that you always have to add onto your every scene that you want to be heard. You want to add your own audio from your microphone. So as you can see here, this is me. This is the host voice, which you can see here. Every time I talk, you can see this go up and down. But I have it just rendered to set to cable, and that just means that it's set to specifically the program that I use to capture my audio. And then for Mizuki, she is just the Discord. So now whenever Mizuki talks, she's just on this Discord function. And to set these up, you just hit plus. And you go to, just like before, you're gonna hit audio output. Or the audio input on set, because that's the one you can tell with the picture of the mic. That's the easiest way to tell. And then for Mizuki, I have it set for audio specific capture. And I just capture my own specific Discord that I hear. And as you can see, the background music I have set to iTunes. Does anyone have any questions at all at this point? The audio features, they don't appear on the screen itself, so you won't have to mess with those. I always keep them at the top. I used to keep them at the bottom just so I didn't mess with them, but I always keep them at the top because I always have to remember to set myself to cable instead of my default audio setting. And that's the only reason why I moved up to the top, but I recommend keep them at the bottom if you're just using your default mic settings. Ooh. Alright, how about you, Mizuki? Is there anything next that you suggest?
The entirety of OBS is beyond me, so I've just been kind of quiet here because I don't really know any of this OBS stuff. I guess
Yeah,
like
music. God.
I don't know if it's worth covering like how to set up and integrate with Twitch. I don't know what all that entails, so I guess that'd be up to you if you think that's like worth covering here, because we covered Vtube Studio, we covered OBS, so I guess like the last step would be linking that up to Twitch, or I don't know, up to you.
Yeah. So I'm probably not gonna show this part just because I don't want to accidentally show anything that I'm not
Yeah, fair.
specifically looking for. But
Yeah, I know you can't
when
like,
you
go
hit
into
the
your
start
Twitch
stream
necessarily.
Yeah. When you hit the start stream button, it is gonna ask you to pick which streaming device that you want to use. Either YouTube or Twitch. And as you can see, when you go to settings, you can go to stream. As you can see, I have it set to stream, Twitch. As soon as you set it to Twitch, it's going to have a pop-up that asks you to connect your Twitch. So it's gonna be pretty automated. Just follow the prompts. It's very simple to do. Like it says here, Twitch, and then server. As you can see, I have it set to auto. So it's gonna pull up this prompt that asks to connect OBS to Twitch. Once you do that, it'll ask you to like put in your authentication and ask for permissions and stuff. Pretty simple. I've never had problems with it. I don't see where problems could occur. I'm sure during every step of this process we've done, there's been technical issues people have come up with, but as far as everything I've shown you so far, there was no problems connecting it to Twitch. It was pretty easy. You will have to make a Twitch account. And that's the same as like anything else, like making a like Gmail or a Discord, anything. It's pretty like just step by step, check and verify email and such. Hi, Derp Derp. And once you get all that done, you're basically ready to stream. You'll want to get stuff like backgrounds and stuff. I showed you how to get those pretty easily on Etsy. I do recommend eventually, you know, downloading or at least making your own with, you know, whatever art program you prefer, or commissioning people online. And I will tell you, as soon as you create a Vtuber Twitter account, you are gonna be bombed by a lot of artists that are gonna ask you to commission you. It's happened to me several times. I've had like at least 12 people come up to me asking, "Hey, I'm interested in commissioning art for you," and then yes, like General Techno says, if you're gonna commission an artist, I strongly recommend you check their portfolio first. Make sure to trust it, or make sure you pick someone that you trust, because there are a lot of people on Twitter who will try to scam you through commissions, and they've tried to do that a lot with a bunch of different VTubers.
But yes, as a general rule, I would say never reply to a stranger who approaches you and asks you to give them money for art. Like, if you're gonna commission someone to make you a model or art or something, it should be someone that you sought out. And you know, like Kyushu said, verify on their profile and stuff that you can generally tell if someone's a real artist or not by seeing if like they have a lot of art posted and if it has like a consistent style. I one time got scammed out of like $15 because I didn't do my due diligence. And I gave someone $15 to make a few like pixel sprite things, and I guess like I didn't really care because it was just $15. But had I like looked at their profile, I definitely could have seen that like, hey, this person is not an actual artist.
Yeah. A lot of the ones I saw were bots. There was a couple who were legit real people because I sat there and chatted with them in DMs. But I never used any of those people only because the only thing I've commissioned as far as Vtubing goes is so fair. I am interested in commissioning other work for Vtubing. I haven't done that yet, but that's because our models were crazy expensive. But
Since
yeah,
you're an artist, you made a lot of art assets.
Oh yeah, I made a lot of my own personal assets as well, just like Mizuki said. And like General Techno and Doctor said, never immediately trust anyone asking to do commission work for you. Always check their portfolio. Because it is really easy to get scammed.
Well, it's also just like it's not common for an artist to just approach a stranger and ask them to commission them. Like, if you're an artist and you do commissions, like people come to you for it. I mean, both Kyushu and I have taken commissions, and I feel like it's a like it would be like a real big social faux pas to just message a stranger, be like, "Hey, could you commission me? Like, could you give me money?"
Like, I get it that VTubers need a lot of art assets, so I understand why people seek out VTubers for commissions. And like I said, I talked to a few bots, and I did use them, but I did talk to some real people, and they did seem genuine. It's just at the time I didn't have any money. But even with or without, I make sure you check their portfolio. Make sure that they have done commission work in the past. Make sure that they have good reviews and stuff. That said, which not be hit directly pointed and spamming. Yes. Unfortunately, like Alonso said, I do know a VTuber who did get scammed, or almost got scammed. She did eventually manage to get the artwork from the person. It's just the person was very non-compliant. They didn't give updates. They didn't, like, communicate with her at all. Oh, after she started the commission, which was, you know, it was a rough story for her, but it did have a happy ending, luckily. But she did feel like she was getting scammed for a long time. There are a lot of really good artists on Twitter, and I do recommend, if you want stuff like a really high quality model, that you do seek them out. And like Mizuki said, we have K Artwork is his name, I believe. I know him. He used to be called NSFWK, so I still know about that. But I know he's changed it recently. But he made our models, and he did a fantastic job. And I looked at several rigging Twitter people before I chose K. And I chose K because he has a love for Hololive girls. He's obsessed with them. And so I knew he was the person for Mizuki and I. I knew he'd handle us with the Hololive care that he shares. And he had several models in his profile, in his portfolio, before he had commissioned Mizuki and I.
Backtracking for just a
And-
moment, I do agree with what General Techno said a second ago. And an artist that promotes on their own page or in general tweets is a lot more likely to be a real person. I was specifically only talking about people who it's like you don't know them, you've never talked to them, and they just direct message you like. But yeah, an artist like posting tweets and stuff in general is normal, not bot behavior. I mean that's what me and well, no, she didn't really advertise that she took commissions, but I mean that's how I did it.
Yeah, I've done commission work, but I've mostly had people come to me. I've never really advertised commissions because I've only done it like 5 times total. So I don't really consider myself a commission artist. But people have come to me and asked for art, and then I chose from those people if I was gonna do it or not. And when I did do it, I gave them plenty of updates and plenty of feedback and like talked to them through DMs like basically every other day. But you are gonna need a lot of art assets. There are VTuber backgrounds on Etsy, like I said. There are also VTuber backgrounds on YouTube that are free. Just make sure you check it, see like no copyright. They'll say it in the title of the YouTube video. It's like no uh copyright free VTuber backgrounds. They'll say stuff like that. Those again, those are just good options to start off with until you get your bearing and you want to make your own custom background specific to your needs. And don't be like me who takes a free YouTube background model for a Christmas background that has a watermark that I don't notice until Mizuki makes fun of me for it. Which totally did happen.
It had its own charm.
Most people who recommended artists, bots haven't gotten that clever. Oh yeah, Alonzo, you remember that Christmas watermark? It was a free VTuber background. It's just they put a watermark on it, and I didn't see the watermark until Mizuki pointed it out. Eh. With all that said, there are some basic tips that I'd like to give you all before we finish the stream. One of the big tips is that we've gotten that I full-heartedly agree with is go on other platforms. You want to make shorts on TikTok, you want to post stuff on Twitter. Use whatever methods you have available to you to spread your reach your audience, to access your audience. Twitch has a very low discovery rate. It is very hard for people to find you on Twitch. So I highly recommend you branch out onto other media sites like Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, stuff like that to find people. Mizuki and I, we both have Twitter and we both have TikTok. And I like to make just silly little shorts that... Go ahead, Mizuki.
we've also definitely picked some people up through rating other VTubers, and generally they'll shout you out, and sometimes people check out your stream
I'll
or
be
they'll
right
raid
back,
you back
Mizu.
later.
Keep going.
I know we've definitely had like a handful of people that joined because of that. I initially, before we started, I have a Twitter account with like 2,800 followers. And I don't feel like that like super helped. I mean, like it got us some initial people for sure, people who are like already friends with me or know me. Um, but don't feel like you have to like have some big social media presence to do this, because even if I didn't have those initial people to start the stream with, we still would have been picking up people along the way. And as long as you're doing some kind of outreach and talking, not talking, yeah, I guess I'm talking with other VTubers and just what's the word, networking. Um, that's something that can help. I don't really handle most of that stuff. I know Kyushu generally does because I'm an introvert and not really social. But that and posting shorts on YouTube and TikTok, anything that can potentially get eyes on you. And I know we're not exactly ones to talk. We don't have super high viewer count at all, but those are pieces of advice we've gotten from other people and stuff that I guess some of it seems just like common sense, but
Yes. I don't know if Mizuki mentioned it, but she does stuff like create the schedules and stuff for me, which is super handy. I always have Mizuki help me come up with stream ideas and such. And she also comes up with a lot of the certification and alert ideas that she's looking for, or that we want to add to the stream, like the cinematic redemptions and stuff. Um, Dirt mentioned networking. Networking is good, but I want to stress some things before you start networking. Networking is the act of going to other VTubers, such as raiding, shoutouts, but it's also going to other people's streams. And just. But if you go to other people's streams, remember, don't advertise your channel while on their stream. That is extremely rude. You're there to entertain that person. You're there to engage with their stream. I do a lot of networking. I've made a lot of friends in the VTubing space. I don't know how other people are with VTubing, but I've made a lot of friends in the short time that I've become VTubers. So if you go to network on other people's streams, just be friendly, just be nice, just engage with their stream. Send them raids and, make jokes about silly mistakes they make. Just be a normal part of the audience. And, just be really friendly. If they ask you questions, you can mention that you're a VTuber and stuff like that. And I became friends with Peach and Rayumi and other VTubers like that through just talking to them and being friendly. But again, I want to stress, don't go on there going like, hey, come visit my VTuber channel, come follow me on Twitch. Not on their stream. Make sure that their stream is for them. It's a big respect thing,
yeah. Okay, that like completely went over my head that would even need to be stated. But yeah, it's definitely very rude to go on someone else's stream and be like, hey, come watch my stream instead.
Yeah, absolutely. It it may not, it may seem innocent, but again, you don't want to advertise yourself on someone else's stream. Um, people like I believe Derp came followed me through going to other people's streams and like engaging with their streams. And yeah, I was just friendly with them. I joined their discords and stuff. I just became part of their community. And through doing that, like they became part of my community as well, just through the act of friendship. I know it sounds silly, but that is the best way to network. If you are going on other people's streams to network. And yeah, like General Technos was saying, and I was about to get to this. The one exception is if you are invited on their stream as a guest. I was part of a Smash Brothers tournaments on our early parts of my stream. I joined with, I think 12 other VTubers. And during that time, I would say in situations like that, it is okay to advertise your stream, your Twitch and your Twitter, which is what I did. Because I was there as a guest, as a VTuber, because this was a Vtubing Smash Brothers tournament. So I was there basically representing KissuKissu.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
like
had to
Dirk said.
run that stream on my own mostly. Kyushu just hopping in
Yeah, that was
occasionally.
Mizuki's.
It's like a multi-stream. I
That was
forget.
Mizuki's very first stream by herself. I was really proud of her.
Thank you.
Yes. I advertise other people's streams a lot. I like to shout out people who have rated me in the past or people who have done cool things in the community. Some streamers I recommend are Moki Midami, Peach Sune, Rayumi, Aquatail, Ringtail. These are all VTubers that I go to regularly because I think they're really fun and really cool. And yeah, those are ones that I would recommend. And I gladly advertise them, but that's because I found them through them rating me or me rating them. And yeah, it's just the whole act of networking is other people helping other YouTubers. And when I end a stream, I always like to raid. And I like to try to find people who don't have very many viewers because I want to be an active part of the community. And that's kind of like why we're doing this stream we're doing right now, is because I wanted to give back some stuff that we've been given through going through this community, and I appreciate you all a lot. So that's kind of like why I decided to do this tutorial stream to maybe help other people become VTubers and show them that it's not that hard and it's not that expensive. Shrieky Staff, it's so good to see you! I wanted to let you know that right now I have put you on my phone.
Yeah, this stream was.
Oh, I
we
thought you were
definitely weren't like anticipating. What? We definitely weren't like anticipating a lot of viewers or engagement or anything with this stream. This is like purely as a altruistic thing. Like I know like almost all of our normal viewers aren't even here right now. And I didn't expect them to be, but you know, I don't know, like maybe there were people watching us who wanted to do it, but you know, thought it was too daunting. And like I personally, before Kyushu got me this model, like I never thought it was even like a feasible thing I could do. So I don't know, like, I'm hoping at least one person who watched this, like, got information they wanted, and, you know, maybe they decide to stream or not, but, yeah.
Yeah, I full-heartedly agree with what Mizuki said. When I first saw Vtubing, I thought it was super neat, but I also thought it was super expensive, and yeah, it ended up being super expensive for me, but that's okay. um, but through the act of actually Vtubing, I learned that it was a lot cheaper than it had to be from what I did. And I just wanted to give back the knowledge that I've had, because I don't want people to think that it's completely out of their reach.
Yeah, had I known about some of the higher quality free models, that would have made a huge difference in my thoughts on whether or not it was something I could do.
General Tecmo, that is all such great advice. I love the advice that you're giving. I agree. If VTubing has been such a amazing creative outlet for me. Like, I've learned to do so many amazing things through VTubing. As far as like using my art and video editing and such. General Tecmo mentioned, oh gosh, computer got mad at me when I closed Lethal Company. Mentioned, 2B tubers. Mizuki and I both have 2B, PNG tubers. They're both, what I created myself. This is the talking version of Mizuki. And this is one that I made myself. PNG tubers are fantastic for, collabs. And that's kind of like why I made them, because I wanted us to be able to collab with other streamers. And the way PNG tubers work is you just go to this website that connects to your Discord, and anytime the Discord hears your you speaking, it'll automatically make your model go from its mouth shut, not talking version to its talking version. Now I'm gonna go ahead and give a link to Mizuki so she can post it on the stream.
You can just post it
Give me just
directly
one
on
moment.
stream yourself as well.
I could. I could do that. Okay, so here is... This is Discord Reactive. This is the website that allows you to turn your PNGs and your animated GIFs into moving, talking PNGs that allow you to just use that as your model. And if you're able to just draw yourself, if you're able to draw yourself with your mouth shut and then your mouth open, you can create a PNG tuber. It's really that easy. I went the extra mile and made ours animated GIFs just because that was a skill that I had, that I knew how to do. So I wanted to make ours just a little bit fancier than the default PNG tuber, but it's really, you don't have to be this fancy. I just did it because it was a skill that I possessed. And as long as you can just draw yourself with your mouth closed and then with your mouth open, that also works just as good.
Yeah, I think
thank you so much,
it's
Jessica.
surprising how much of a difference even having just a PNG thing is. It makes like a difference towards like feeling like you're your audience feeling like they're interacting with you and stuff, as opposed to just hearing a disembodied voice.
Uh-huh. And I think VTubing as a whole is really good because it allows you to engage with an audience that you create while still keeping that anonymity that a lot of people feel subconscious. Like they might have subconscious like thoughts about, or like just not wanting to be on camera. You can still just be a cute little anime girl that chats with everyone online. And that was the big appeal for me. Like, I'm not as shy as, say, other people are. Like, I wouldn't mind showing myself on camera. The only problem is if I grew a internet audience and people recognized me at my work, I would actually lose my job. But also, I just like my OC. I think she's really pretty, and I wanted to express myself through my mom.
I have always wanted to be an anime girl, so this is perfect.
Now Mizuki is living her anime girl dreams. Golly, okay, I don't remember what was next, I'm sorry. Next, I just want to share some more websites for you that have a lot of really great things. I had already mentioned them prior, but I just wanted to show them on screen. One of them is called Stream Labs. And I'm once again going to post a link in the Twitch. In Streamlabs, sorry. They have a lot of things called widgets. The examples I gave were the follow that's in the top corner of our screen. There's also our chat. That is also a widget that I got from Streamlabs. But there are many more. We use the free version, but there is a premium version that gives you a lot more options. I don't use the paid version just because I have a lot of artistic I am artistically inclined, so I like to create my own things for the stream. But these are all really great options. Another great option is also Stream Elements. Stream Elements I like because it has a bot that we can add to the stream that will do a lot of automated notifications. Like, it'll tell people to follow our Discord and our Patreon and our Twitter and Twitch. A lot of really useful automated things like that. And that's kind of like why I like to use Stream Elements, but they also have a large variety of widgets that you can use. And then I already showed you the reactive images website. Yeah, all these websites I strongly recommend you consider when making your setup, if you were interested in doing stuff like that. Again, most people just do a VTuber in front of a video game, and that is completely fine. Mizuki and I, we kind of go really hard on the backgrounds and stuff, so we do a whole lot of different things besides just the game and just the background.
Yeah. We usually spend like a half hour talking before the streams, and Kyushu's done a ton of work adding like interactive stuff and redeems. She's made like 3 different, she calls them cinematic redemptions. They're like animations she's made, and at the end of them, it changes the scene to something specific to that animation.
Yeah, and I did that just by making a video, a custom-made video that plays as soon as you enter the scene. As you saw, there's a bunch of scenes. I already showed you this, but right now we're currently in theater. This is how I show off my computer when we're in the theater. The pink house, that is the main background that we always use whenever we're doing our normal streams. And then there's also the starting screen, the be right back in the end stream. And then we have these down here, like the spaceship Mizuki and the shoe and the potion. Those are my cinematic redemptions. So once you do the redemptions, you can then put a video at the beginning of the scene, and then it'll change the background to whatever we made it to be. I'm not gonna go over redemptions and port redemptions and the affiliate, just because we're trying to help you get into Vtubing. We're trying to get you ready for your debut, and you're not gonna have access to those things as soon as you start streaming. You're gonna have to be pretty familiar with streaming before you get affiliated and get access to those kind of things.
You read what General Techno just said? I think
view it.
that's...
Go ahead, Mizu, go ahead.
I was saying read what General Techno said, because I think that sounds like information we didn't know. Saying you can preview, I think, the OBS scenes, I think he's saying. Because I remember before we had this problem where you couldn't, like, look at the other screens without changing them during the stream.
I actually didn't know that, and I've been constantly battling that since we've ever started. Having the ability to preview. Which one did I go? I'll have to definitely look into that, because if it is studio mode. Thank you so much, General Techno. I did not know about studio mode. I will definitely have to look into that. That sounds really essential to all the stuff that I use. Where you start streaming, start recording. Studio, oh my gosh, there it is. I see it. So what, General is talking about is... Here, I'm gonna move myself. He's talking about this right here, the studio mode. Right here on the side. This is the toolbars of all the things too. This is how I start streaming. This is how I record if I just want to make a video but not stream it. And then this is settings. Those are the ones I use, but I never knew about studio mode. So thank you, General Techno. That is really handy, and I'm definitely going to be using that more often from now on. Because I didn't know there was a way to view a scene before switching to the scene.
Sorry,
So,
I was spazzing out there. I had to get my blind cat off the bed.
So, with all that, that's all the information that we basically have as far as, getting ready for your debut. I recommend you post a lot of stuff before your debut. Like, I don't recommend you get a model and then just immediately start streaming. You can do that. That is absolutely valid, and I've also heard people have just gone without a debut. But like I said, just post stuff online. Post funny little tweets on Twitter. Post funny little videos on TikTok. Just get people to learn that you exist. and people that find you fun, they'll come and they'll watch your stream, and then you're gonna send raids, and people are gonna raid you, and they're going to find people who want to stay after they raid, and you're gonna find people to raid, and they're gonna be thankful that you raided that, because you're boosting their audience, and they're gonna be boosting yours with their rates. And those are kind of like the big things that I recommend as far as growing your audience. And just be confident. Like, don't worry about not having a lot of people at first. Just make good stuff that you would enjoy watching and you would enjoy seeing. And hopefully you'll find the people that will do the same for you. That'll enjoy the same things you enjoy.
Hope this has been helpful for anyone here or anyone watching this later as a VOD.
Yes, and everyone, please make sure to go give Shrinky Steph a belated birthday wishes. That is also very important to becoming a VTuber. It's a very important step that you can't forget. Make sure to go bully Mizuki and give Shrinky Steph lots of love. 100% essential steps. So with that, go.
I think that about covers it. Unless you had anything more to
I think
say.
with that we're good. I think that's it for me. Again, thank you all for coming.
Should have
Thank
had
you all
general.
for...
Should have had General Tecmo give the the tutorial.
Yeah, Joe Tecmo, you are definitely just super helpful. Like, you've taught us stuff during this stream as well. I'm glad you came.
What they're saying there, that was actually part of our logic on making sure we archived every single stream, because I was like, if we do get popular enough someday, then people will be able to go back and look at like every single stream from the beginning and like see how stuffed our streams were initially and all that. And if we don't get popular, it's not like it hurts anything to have them archived anyway.
Yeah. I was actually thinking on our 1-year anniversary, we could go back and see highlights of our debut and laugh at it. That's not solid. It's not set in stone, but that was just an idea I had.
It was fun.
Tricky stuff. If you, yeah, having VODs is great because it does advertise your channel while you're not streaming. And we actually had a conversation on our Discord just yesterday about the difference between being consistent or not. What I recommend in this situation is I recommend just streaming when you can at first. At first, just stream when you can. Don't push yourself too hard to stream every single Sunday or every single Monday, etc. Just stream when you can. Remember to do it for fun at first. If you want to make it bigger, definitely do so. But remember, don't... If you're not enjoying it, or if you're stressed or you're burnt out, make sure to take plenty of breaks. Don't push yourself just because you feel like some huge obligation of some kind. Mizuki and I have long-term goals for our streaming, but we're working within the steps that we're currently at. We're not trying to take bigger steps than we've already achieved. Mizuki was saying something. But I think that'll be it. I think we're gonna
No.
end the stream here. I'm gonna find someone to raid. Thank you all so much for coming. Like I said, we made this stream because I just felt it was important and I want to give back to the community that I feel has been giving me a lot and has helped me a lot, personally. But thank you all for coming. And you have a wonderful day. KissuKissu. Ching.
So, reminder again for anyone who got here late, this is going to be on YouTube in a minute if you feel like watching the whole thing. We covered Vtube Studio and OBS, how to get models, items. You should basically be able to get started off everything we covered in the video. It's about 2.5 hours long. Next stream is... what? Let me look. I have a schedule. It's a Thursday?
Yes. And yes,
Thursday, yeah, okay, Thursday. We're gonna be playing, Power World. We were gonna play that the other day, but we ended up being on Leah's server too long.
Okay. Is that all?
Yeah, no, that was awesome.
Okay, no, you're fine, you're fine. So yeah, everyone, you all have a fantastic rest of your day/night. And we'll see you on the next stream.